excuse me while I whip this out.
Hey, welcome back. It's hump day. It's another episode of the amazing BoobTube right here on EXXXOTICA.tv. And of course, it would not be BoobTube if I didn't have two other sets of tits with me, Desiree and Miss Casey Carter.
Hi. How's it going?
I love how you say that, two other sets of tits. Oh, yeah, girl.
Yeah. We got them. Don't worry.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're bringing
more
it.
tits the merrier.
Hey.
Woo! Yeah, we're bringing it all right. So, ladies, how has your week been? Casey?
Let me just say the front half of my week, whatever. But the back half of my week, as I was telling you ladies, I'm going to the beach. Whatever happened before tomorrow is irrelevant because I'm going to the beach.
Case is going down to spring break in Miami Beach.
Be careful.
I'm spring breaking in Myrtle Beach. So
Okay.
She's hosting Girls Gone Wild. Just joking.
No, she is hosting Girls Gone Wild, which is a wing eating contest.
Love it.
I don't even eat mild wings.
What? You're missing out. Awesome.
Nah.
I eat mine with ranch. But anyways.
I'm blue cheese.
And I like mine honey garlic style.
Ooh, that's good.
Ooh.
That's good. I'm a lemon pepper, but I like that honey garlic. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So
lemon pepper's good too.
Are you wearing a bikini on the beach?
Girl, I'm not sure what the weather's going to be like because they're talking about rain and whatever. So you may see me on the balcony smoking my cigars.
Blame it on the rain. Yeah.
Yes, I am. And apparently we're staying on the top floor. So I'm really excited about that. But anyway, enough about me. Go on ahead. Yeah, Desiree. Mm-hmm.
That's all it's been doing here is raining. Okay, so I had a moment today, and I gotta tell you guys, we had a little Desiree moment on Twitch.
Yeah.
So somebody asked me what game I was playing. Yes, and how do you spell it, right? So I was playing Genshin Impact, which is like a anime. It's like JRPG game, so it's like you have to do quests. It's kind of like World of Warcraft. But anyway, so I was like GENSHIN, and I was like Impact, IMPACCT or something. Anyways, I posted it on my Instagram, but it was so hilarious. And then like everybody kept clipping it, and then I just had to post it on Instagram because it was so funny. And then I was like, oh no, that's not how you spell Impact. It was hilarious. Yeah.
It's one of those things we just had to be there.
Yeah, for sure.
Listen, if it was anything like when you're here with us, I'm sure it was good.
It was good.
It's Vietnamese.
It's Vietnamese. There you go.
God, enough said. Well, my week has been interesting, and I'm glad that it's BoobTube. And I am ready to talk about the insane, wacky, talented but crazy, good, bad, and the what the fuck of Nicolas Cage.
It's the what the fuck part that I enjoy the most.
Because there are some things like I feel like Nicolas Cage has some amazing roles and he's done some amazing acting. And then there's other things that you're like, what the fuck is going on right now? Like, is this a joke? I'm waiting for like there to be like that punchline where you're like, just kidding. Yeah. That.
Yeah. However, there is no just kidding. It is what it is.
Yeah. So without further ado, Casey, get us started on the good, the bad, and the what the fuck of Nicolas Cage.
All right, so I'm gonna go with the good, and I'm gonna go with Face Off with John Travolta. Love Face Off. Love Face Off. I mean,
Me too.
And of the Nicolas Cage movies, it is the 4th highest grossing movie for Nicolas Cage. Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Uh-huh. I mean, I love the whole idea of not just an identity swap, but the fact that they literally
Swap lives.
faces. Yeah, literally. And
I'm going to take his face off.
What's crazy for me, I mean, Nicolas Cage, the physical size of Nicolas Cage versus John Travolta. First of all, John Travolta has always been exceptionally broad-shouldered. Nicolas Cage, not so much. So like right there is a dead giveaway, not the same dude. Like you can't just take this face off and put this face on. No. No. And so my Halle Berry moment is, of course, John Travolta and Halle Berry in Swordfish. So let me just get that out the way.
Yay!
Thank you. Thank you.
Shout out to Halle Berry.
Always.
Halle Berry.
Always. Anyway, so yes, my first choice is Face Off.
That is a great movie.
By the way, I have a question for you guys. Do you find, is Nicolas Cage attractive? Like, is there a movie or a time that makes Nicolas Cage like an attractive guy?
Yes.
Okay.
I found a couple of his roles to be attractive, but
like what?
Not all of them.
I don't know. Look, check this picture. He's pretty jacked up. He's got some muscles going on. Like he's not a bad looking guy. He's just, not
Like
leading
that
man
smash
category.
I don't find him sexy though.
Smash.
There was a couple of roles like The Rock. I liked him in The Rock.
I liked him in
Off.
The Rock. I wasn't trying to fuck him.
No.
Well, we all know
would've
you're
gone with
stingy anyway.
Sean Connery. I would have done Sean Connery or even the other dude before Nicolas Cage.
Sean Connery while Nicolas Cage watches.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah. Desiree, what's your pick? I know you got a Nicolas Cage movie. Go ahead and look at IMDb and read off which one is yours.
National Treasure?
Yeah.
Which one? Which one?
National Treasure.
Yeah.
Just say one, Desiree. It's the safest answer.
Just what?
One. There you
Is
go.
there multiple?
Yeah.
Is there multiple? Like multiple orgasms?
There most definitely are.
Yes, like multiple orgasms. Yes, there's more than one.
I cannot.
There can be more than one?
Okay. All right.
He was great as Voldemort.
Desiree.
I don't know if you ever
You
saw
are-
that one.
You are so special. I love it. I love it. Okay, yes. There are multiple National
All right,
Treasures,
so
but that is a
let's
good movie.
just go with National Treasure. And yes, National Treasure, very good.
I tell you, I mean, that was the one where you had to steal the Declaration of
The Book of
Independence
Secrets.
or whatever.
Yeah.
Was that it? And
Yeah, I like it because it's like Indiana Jones, isn't it?
Yes.
it
Yeah.
was shot in Philly, right? The whole thing was that they were breaking into like some building down in Old City or whatever, and
Yeah.
it was surprisingly, it's goofy because it's a movie, but like the buildings that he came running across and like all the stuff that he was doing was that he was there and doing it. It was actually shot pretty well.
Yeah. It was
Yeah.
good.
I did
It
like
was
that one.
definitely
Yeah.
good. And the funny thing is I was saying to someone that Nicolas Cage and Jay, he did not, there's no Halle Berry work here.
Okay.
But Nicolas Cage has a moment where he's phenomenal, not because he's a great actor, but because he was in blockbusters.
Right.
And then he literally just went to the left and his movies sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
And that National Treasure, like that moment in time, that segment of time is the high point. Like that's the pinnacle of his work. And then somewhere after that, it just all went downhill.
I think we should do some research and find out if he ever kissed Halle Berry.
Ooh.
I'll have to look into that.
We'll have
Because,
to
I
look
mean,
into that.
she
And
sucked the
here's the
career out of
thing.
Eddie Murphy, so like, what did she? Maybe she did it to Nicolas Cage too.
She was actually National
Google.
Treasure too. Desiree, look that up. No.
I did Google Nicolas Cage Halle Berry movie and did not come up with anything that like had them in screen time together.
That's because Nicolas Cage's career was never anywhere near what Eddie Murphy's was at all.
Maybe it was Angelina Jolie.
See? Okay, so let's go there because I thought about that. Because remember, they did say that maybe she had a little bit of an effect on Billy Bob Thornton, and that she put a drag on his career for a hot second, and that supposedly after they broke up, he went back to being hot and all of that. So I'm with you on that one, Kari. There may be something to that idea.
Yeah, soul suckers. That's what we're succubus.
Succubus.
Succubus. All right, so National Treasure was a great Nicolas Cage film. I'm gonna go with another one that's kind of out of the same one of his earlier films, Raising Arizona.
Okay.
I don't think I've ever seen that movie.
Jay, you've got to see it.
Me
really
neither.
don't.
So now I don't have to feel so bad.
No, I don't think I've ever seen that
It is.
movie.
It is like it's him and Holly Hunter, and they kidnap this baby, and it's like it's almost like Natural Born Killers, but like the comedy version, because they're like criminals, and they're like, they're funny.
Bumbling idiots. Right, like Kari just says, fun. It is actually a lot of fun. The movie is narrated by Nicolas Cage, and it's just this weird sort of crime that they just bump into, and they kidnap this kid, and they kind of take a liking to this kid, and the two of them, Holly Hunter and Nicolas Cage, they're these weirdos. Like, I mean, it was good. I love Raising Arizona.
Ted just texted me and said funniest movie ever. So I'll
see, there you go.
Yep.
Ted said it. Now you
put it on your list.
Yep.
Put it on your list.
He's also got a thing for Nicolas Cage though, so you just never know.
Oh, well. Okay.
I mean,
he's like Nicolas Cage is to him like Halle Berry is to me. So I don't know. It's weird.
That's a little weird.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah. Hey, to each their own. To each their own. So
he said thanks.
Yeah. Moving along. Casey, back to you.
All right.
So let's get an ugly. Let's get a bad one in there.
You want some ugly? Okay.
Yeah, let's get some ugly.
All right, I'm gonna give you a recent ugly, which some of you may not have seen. It's called Jiu-Jitsu. It's on Netflix.
I couldn't get past the first 10 minutes.
Thank you.
Is he like the Steven Seagal of like his like?
Thank you.
Yeah, that's kind of what I feel like is happening.
Oh,
yeah.
MG. So Kari, you say you couldn't get past the first minutes. Tell us about it.
I couldn't tell you anything. Like I started watching it and I just saw him like the first. I couldn't even tell you. Like I was so uninterested.
Right.
So uninterested.
It's okay. So the combination of what Kari said and what Jay said, I'm like, first of all, a white dude in a movie called Jiu-Jitsu, and the way they describe it on Netflix is like they're explaining the history of Jiu-Jitsu and all of the what, and I'm like, and you got a white guy as the star of that, and like most of the people are white. Like, wait, no, stop. That's not even right. You know what I'm saying? And so it immediately took me to Steven Seagal, who, of course, you know, you're like, okay, chubby white dude in a martial arts flick with no actual Asian people.
Or Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Jean-Claude Van Damme. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. And they
why?
try to brainwash you by having him do splits. So that you're like, no, I see through all of that. Mm-mm.
She was like,
I'm with you, Kari. I'm with you, Kari.
It could be a really good movie. I wouldn't know because I couldn't get past the first 10 minutes, and I was just like, I can't even tell you what happened. I literally was just like, oh, something else is happening, squirrel. Okay. It did not, like we were talking about last week, how some movies just capture your attention and you can't stop watching.
Shocker, a straight to VOD with Nicolas Cage didn't hold your attention.
No. And I wanted so much to be like, maybe this is one of his, like, I'm saving my career films, but no. This is proof that maybe sometimes it's just time to hang it up.
No, this is, I'm going to tell you what this is. This is, I am somehow connected to Wesley Snipes, and I'm paying my tax bill. That's what that movie is. Because Nicolas Cage has a massive tax bill.
I elect that we take like the last like 15 minutes of this show to go over Nicolas Cage's personal life, because
Fair
like
enough.
Literally this dude, we could do 2 shows on him, because you could do his cinematography and filmography, but you know, also his personal life is amazing.
His fatal fuck ups.
Okay.
Yeah, I got a list of what the fuck personal things. So like we'll hit those at the end. Yeah.
Fair enough.
All right, great. So stay tuned, because we have more coming of Nicolas Cage's fatal fuck ups and great accomplishments. But for now, we're gonna go over some more movies.
Hang on for a little bit. Jay will come later.
Yeah. All right. So Jiu-Jitsu, Tank, no stars at all, not even a half.
okay. And then I'm gonna go with Deadfall, because that says it's his number 87 worst. It says Deadfall.
What was
it? Deadfall?
Deadfall?
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, me either. So yeah. Wonk, wonk, wonk.
Desiree, tell us all about it.
Okay. So it says this.
So it says.
It's 8 letters. DEADFALL.
Yeah, it says this lushly photographed contemporary film noir tries to substitute looks and unconvincing contrived plot twist for substance, capturing the look, and that's it.
I still don't know what the movie's about.
Me neither.
When Joe loses his dad in a sting, he contacts his dad's twin, Lou, who has a major sting planned. Lou's helper feels threatened by Joe. Who's conning who? I don't know. That's the description of 1993's Deadfall. Starring Michael Biehn, Sarah Trigger, Nicolas Cage, and the hard-hitting name of James Coburn. Yes.
Okay, so that is so early in dude's career that's a shame. That's a shame.
Yeah, let's see where it falls on the... Yeah, 1993. So it would have been, let's see, post-honeymoon in Vegas, pre-leaving Las Vegas. So sandwiched between his Las Vegas movies.
That's early.
Yep,
yeah,
absolutely.
That's early. Okay, all right.
All right, so we're going to move along since it's Deadfall.
Yes,
it's falling off the list. I have a good one. I wanted to do a bad one, but I have a really, really, really good one that is like one of my favorite films of all time. 8mm.
That is so good.
I fucking love that movie. I don't know what it is about it. I don't know why I love it, but
it's not Nicolas Cage. It's just a really good movie.
I mean, he's in it and he does, obviously play a part of why it's good. But yeah, I think it's because it's like one of the first films that kind of talked about snuff films. And so, yeah.
It's funny because when I was going through the Nicolas Cage movies and they said he was in it, I was like, okay, I remember that movie. I don't remember Nicolas Cage. So it was just a good movie. The topic was so interesting?
He was the one. I don't remember if he was a detective, or he wasn't a detective, but he was like a private detective, or somehow he stumbled across, this girl, and he was looking for the girl, right? And he was trying to find the girl and found out, like did all this, and he goes on this hunt to find out what happened to the girl, only to find out that she was until he like buries himself into the underground world of snuffs and like pretending that he wants to have one, and so it's a good movie.
Really but good movie. I agree. I think the topic of the snuff film is what really carried the movie, because when you think about it, it's not even something that we've seen in other movies. The idea of a snuff film, because you're like, okay, wait. Even now, I'm thinking, do our viewers even know what a snuff film is?
Yes.
Right. Well, wait a minute. It wasn't another movie, which was a Halle Berry movie, Gothic. Because remember, that's what they were doing. Remember, they were kidnapping the girls, and they were turning, fucking them and then filming them and then killing them on film. So it just wasn't as like the whole premise of 8mm is all about the snuff films, where Gothic, that's kind of like, that's like the ending, like surprise ending, like, oh, this is why these girls died, and this is why they're coming back to share their story and why they're haunting. Okay. So so it was kind of a brief little, at the end, because I remember the cop. Remember, he had the tattoo on his back. But anyways, yeah. Okay. I just wanted to mention because it was Halle Berry.
Yes. Oh, come on now. We gotta give Jay all the Halle Berry we can.
All the Halle Berry punani we can get. So moving along, what you got for us, Casey?
All right, so I'm going to go with Leaving Las Vegas.
Yes.
Okay,
yes. That is a great movie.
Leaving Las Vegas won Nicolas Cage 15 awards, including Best Actor Oscar, Best Performance by an Actor in a Motion Picture for the Golden Globes. And then the rest of the awards were like from awards from across the world, around the world, I guess you can say. That is the pinnacle of his acting career, is Leaving Las Vegas. Everything after that was about money, but Leaving Las Vegas was the pinnacle of his acting as an art form.
I agree. I love that movie. Was it Elizabeth Shue?
Yes. Who starred in Adventures in Babysitting.
And Karate Kid.
Kid, yes.
Right. And so when she did Leaving Las Vegas, that was basically her like Jessie Spano showgirl move. You know what I mean? Like that was like
she killed it.
Oh, dude. I mean, arguably, so did Jessie Spano. I mean, she got really naked and everybody loved her for it. She kind of went away fast, but Elizabeth Shue went away too. So there you go. But that movie was insane. And I was young enough that was like, I hadn't gotten my full share of like watching like Intervention and like Cops and like how fucked up the world can be. So that was kind of like my first time seeing like, yo, that guy is literally he's a derelict drinking himself to death. Like how, never seen that before.
Yeah. It was good. Even though the storyline is kind of like, you got to really pay attention. And it's kind of boring at times, but
it's
only
not a
boring.
Fast-moving movie by any means.
Yeah, it's definitely, but it's like real life shit. Like people that go to Vegas and get sucked up, and like, that becomes like their whole life.
That was his thing. He was like, all right, this is how, if I'm going out, this is how I'm going to go out.
Yep. Good movie.
Yep.
Desiree.
It was definitely the highlight in his career.
I don't know why I want to pick this one, but is it called Amos and Andrew? It's got Samuel L. Jackson in it.
Okay.
There is a reason you're picking it, because nobody's ever seen that movie. It's literally like there's raise your hand if you even thought of if you've even heard of the movie called Amos and Andrew.
Wait, so
Okay.
okay, so I'm familiar with the movie, and Kari, what was that? You said there was like the good, the bad, and the what the fuck. This
Yeah,
is
I
all
guess
what
that's-
the fuck.
No,
Pul-
we're adding.
A Pulitzer Prize
adding.
writing
Oh wait,
writer
adding
buys a
that?
cabin. The neighbor gets suspicious when a stranger breaks in. They see a black man and call the police, who start shooting at him. The sheriff tries to cover up a cover up involving a white petty crook. Bad idea. That folks is the description of Amos and Andrew, which
Okay,
subsequently
actual-
came out the same year as the last movie that Desiree listed
I
off.
picked.
Yep,
Yeah,
1993.
Axel Foley says he says it's sad, but it's good laughs.
Oh, let's see.
Okay, so we had the good, the bad, no, the good, the bad, or the good and the ugly, and the what the fuck.
And the
But we are
fucked
going
up.
to add. Now we're going to add the who.
Yeah,
What
exactly.
movie? Like
There you go.
what? Like not even what the fuck, because what the fuck implies that you know what it is, and it was just like
Okay.
totally surprising.
Okay.
We're gonna add one that's like, and what did you say? Like,
Okay,
Huh?
I got you.
yeah,
Yeah,
we're there.
See, and it's funny because in my research, I'm like, okay, that didn't even really register, but I know that movie. So yes,
Okay.
I think
There you
that's excellent. That's excellent, Kari. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But by the
All
way,
right.
can I pick one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
go for it, Jay.
Because I think that we go all the way back to actually it's a second acting credit. But
Yes.
and I wear the Fast Times at Ridgemont High Vans every day of my life. So I'm gonna say Fast Times at Ridgemont High. He was Brad's bud is what he
Yes.
was listed in, and that he
Okay,
was also
but-
under Nicolas Coppola
Coppola. There you go.
because he is a nephew,
Coppola.
I think, of Francis Ford Coppola. And
His father and Francis Ford Coppola are brothers.
yes, and so and he got picked on unmercifully in this movie. So from that point forward, he changed his name to Nicolas Cage after Luke Cage, the comic book character, or
Interesting.
and that's how he got Nick Cage. Yes,
Okay.
Wow.
those are my fun facts for Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Yes.
Perfect.
And that was on my list too. So yes, thank you very much for that.
I'm gonna take it back to one of I love this film, The Family Man. And The Family Man is kind of like a modern day Christmas Carol where he gets, put into a whole new life. He's, starts off with a wife and some kids, and somehow he ends up being like super mega rich and doesn't have a wife and kids, and like he's trying to get back to his regular life. I like it because Tia, what's her name? Tia Leone, the chick from she was in Jurassic Park, but she was in some other stuff too. Oh, she played in Bad Boys, the chick that they were trying to protect.
Yeah, she was
Anyways.
also on a TV show.
She's married to David Duchovny
Duchovny.
from X-Files. Yes.
Yep.
I like her. Anyways, she plays the wife, and I just like it because I like seeing people being taken out of their element and put into the life that they think they want, only to be like, I want to go back. It's fucking awesome. Appreciate what you have. Goes back to what you guys were talking about with The One.
Yeah,
Love that show.
agreed.
But that wouldn't make much sense to start talking about in the middle of Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage. No.
Well,
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
All right, Casey, bring it on, baby.
It's
What you
me?
got?
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna go back to the worst category, and I'm gonna throw out Left Behind. And Left Behind is actually a book series about the rapture, the second coming of Christ. And Nicolas Cage sucked ass in that. He ruined
Christianity. That's it. It's all over with.
There you-
Nicolas Cage ruined the church.
We're going to hell,
I mean,
and it's all Nicolas Cage's fault.
There you go. I mean, because here's the thing. I actually read the series, and it's really very, very good. It's actually quite compelling. And Nicolas Cage, on the other hand, it's easy to blame him for why it's so horrible. I don't know if it was just the screenplay was just poorly written, because the books are really very, very good, but he sucked ass. I mean, big time. He sucked ass. And I was trying to check. Okay, so first of all, Nicolas Cage was nominated for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Razzies, and Left Behind was one of them, and he was nominated as worst actor for Left Behind.
Wow.
So maybe they, since they put Keanu Reeves in the Cyberpunk video game, maybe they should put Nicolas Cage in the new Outlast, because so I'm gonna give you guys a quick recap real quick. So I'm playing this scary game on Tuesday called Outlast, and it's like religion based a little bit. And then so there's like this priest that we have to find, and you don't find him till like almost the end of the game, but he like burns himself, and you grab the key, and he's like, I unlocked the elevator for you. And so you grab the key, you like see him get burned, you like record him getting burned and stuff, and then you gotta like book it and get the hell out of there, because there's like these scary people chasing you. So I'm just putting it out there because we were talking about religion and Nicolas Cage, maybe his guys should contact.
He would fit in that game, huh?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Yeah. Wait a minute. This is what I got to say about video games. What in the holy fuck? A priest is burning, and then you got to book it. Like you got GTA where they like kill hookers because they don't want to pay for their services, and you steal cars, and you like what the fuck? Anyways, moving along.
It is a what the fuck moment for sure. So that's just the first Outlast. I haven't played the second one yet, so I'm excited to play the second one. That was like the first ever game I finished on stream, so it's so exciting. But anyway,
she is suggesting that Nicolas Cage be cast for Outlast. Okay, all right. Whose turn is it?
It is hers.
It's mine. So we're gonna go with Ghost Rider, the first one, because
I like Ghost Rider.
There was a sequel to that one too.
So Ghost Rider is it's in my worst category, and Ghost Rider was nominated for a Razzie for Worst Actor in 2008.
Really? You guys don't like it?
No.
I think.
Wait. Hold on. Before you make that thought, and Ghost Rider: Spirit of Vengeance was nominated for a Razzie for Worst Actor in 2013. Now you can go.
See, I think that Nicolas Cage had a point in his career where he became like a joke of himself as an actor. You know what I mean? Like you were hiring the guy that like in Face Off honestly was kind of the tipping point of that. I mean, he was ridiculous in that movie, but it worked because it was a stylized, like fast-paced, ridiculous movie. Like once you get past that, he's like, I kind of feel like he stopped acting to be like in that character and kept playing Nicolas Cage playing characters. You know what I mean? Like, and I think that shows in some of his like later years and probably his decline in popularity.
Wait, go ahead.
Well, no, I and this is quick. I was going to say, and I think to your point, Jay, when we do that 15 minutes about how his personal stuff, in looking at some of his issues, it started early in the career. Like I'm looking at some of my notes where I said that he, in 2008, Ghost Rider was nominated. He actually, in 2008, let me just, like the whole picture, 2008, he was nominated as Worst Actor for Ghost Rider, National Treasure, Book of Secrets, and Next. 3.
Wow.
Yeah. This was all probably while he was out buying the rest of the world. He was buying every castle out there and fossil and like whatever.
Okay.
Yeah. Which we'll get to.
Yes,
I agree.
Okay. There we go.
What I was
All
gonna
right.
say was, like how every actor like tries to have like their own superhero moment. Was that like his?
Well, of Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. Kind of like every
Wait.
actor tries to play some type of religious role too, like Casey just talked about, and
But wait,
they fail.
remember Nicolas Cage? There was literal conversation about Nicolas Cage playing Superman.
Can you imagine?
And then I just gotta bring this up real quick, but his number one movie on this list, it says it's Spider-Man. So he played Spider-Man?
No.
Or no?
Did he play? Who did he
Okay.
play in Spider-Man?
And yeah, and
Was it a
when you say
voiceover?
number one what?
That's worst and best list.
Okay.
Did
'Cause
he do
wasn't the
voice
star.
work for Spider-Man or something? Like, wait, because I see him
says
on here. He's got some
Spider-Man
funny stuff
into
listed.
the universe.
he was the voice for
Teen Titans.
Teen Titans, which cracks me up. Yeah, like
Yeah, he's actually done voice work for a lot of things, like the Croods and some other
Cartoons,
stuff.
yeah.
yo.
Yeah.
Animation.
Yeah. Yeah, because
Yeah.
his number one grossing movie as of 2017 was National Treasure Book of Secrets. That was
And I'm
the
fairly
number
certain
one
he hasn't
grossing-
broken that since 2017, so we're safe.
And
Yeah.
at that point, it was think about this. It was 457 million at that point. So to think that was his highest grossing flick, and there are movies doing 100 million in their opening. Well, pre-COVID, there were movies doing 100 million
Spider-Verse.
in their opening weekend.
Okay, he was in the most recent Spider-Verse animated film. Right, so he did voiceover work for that, right? Yes.
Yeah, okay, see, but
Okay.
then that's not his movie. That's
Yeah,
something
no, and
else.
he I mean that was a great movie, by the way. So maybe that was his best grossing movie. I wouldn't be surprised. The other one was what I thought was interesting is you guys talk a lot about Fast and Furious movies, and I never got into them, never my thing, like whatever. But Nicolas Cage did the most Fast and Furious style movie that I liked, which was Gone in 60 Seconds.
Which is a dope ass movie.
Yeah.
Love
It is a
that
dope ass movie,
Oh,
and
yeah.
it
Eleanor.
has a long cast of great actors. Like it was very well cast.
Yeah, dude, just the driving in the cars, like that was perfectly my speed. I love that movie.
Awesome.
And
okay,
Angelina Jolie.
True.
sexy as hell. It was his fifth highest grossing movie at 237 million. And again, this was back in 2017.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, he was the man. I like that one.
That's
Which
awesome,
brings me
awesome.
to my next selection, which is one of my favorites from growing up, was Peggy Sue Got Married.
Peggy Sue. Peggy
Yeah.
Sue.
Which starred
That was Sybil Shepherd.
what's her name? No,
Was that Sybil Shepherd?
Catherine, what the fuck is her name? Kathleen Turner.
Kathleen Turner. Yes. The same thing as Sybil
And yeah. No, not really.
Gone in 60
Yeah, no. What?
I have no idea. Somebody remind Desiree she's on air.
Okay. Well, since we have so much to talk about with
There you go. Good
his
segue.
personal life, yeah, let's go ahead and do Whose Line Is It, Desiree? What you got for us today, Desiree?
Let's see if you guys get this one.
It's my favorite part of the week.
Wait,
It's like a
before you
little-
get started, you have to do Chewbacca.
That was a rooster.
I'm taking it. I don't give a fuck. I'm taking it.
Cock-a-doodle-doo.
A rooster is.
Same thing. That's the exact same noise that just came out of your mouth.
I don't care.
Oh my god!
I don't care.
I
I'm
cannot.
loving it,
I
so
cannot.
whatever.
I love it
Okay,
too.
so
Okay, go ahead.
I'm giving these guys a little hint. Jay put a little clue up at the beginning of our boob tube. So that's all I'm gonna say. Okay.
Got it.
All right, awesome. So go ahead with it.
Alva, there is no one else in this entire office that I could possibly ask to share such a horrible job. You're on the lowest on the totem pole here, Alva. The lowest. Do you even realize that? Every other secretary here has been here longer than you, Alva. Everyone. And even if there was someone here who is here even one day longer than you, I still wouldn't ask the person to partake in such a miserable job. As long as you were around. That's right, Alva. It's a horrible, horrible job. Sitting through old contracts after contracts after old contracts. I couldn't think of a more horrible job if I wanted to. And if you have to do it, you have to do it, or I'll fire you. You understand? Do you? Good. So there's no problem then, is there?
Karen, which one do you know?
Well, first of all, there you go.
Yes. Yes.
I think I know the answer to this, but I'll let you guys go first.
I got nothing. Go, Jay. Kari, what you got?
I have no idea.
I could have read it with a little bit more enthusiasm.
No, that was good.
You wanted to do it again? No.
No, that was good.
It was. Shoot, where did I? Is it Interview with a Vampire?
It was the thing you put up at the
Or
beginning.
yeah, or
Vampire,
not the vampire. What was the what's the vampire movie that he was in?
Vampire's Kiss.
Mm-hmm.
Where was it?
What was
man,
it?
I don't even have. No,
He's
I don't
got
have that
like
up.
the crazy face. He's like
It's the old meme of him. I'm trying to find where the hell I saw. Oh, yep, here we go.
Was
Sorry,
it
this one.
Vampire Kiss?
Remember this?
yes, that's the one.
Yes.
Okay, so what movie was that?
Vampire's Kiss. I think that's
Okay.
what it's called.
Okay.
It was. Let me see here. He in that movie he eats a cockroach, and
Yes.
to do it he actually requested that he get a real cockroach, and so his scene. Oh, sorry, that picture's still up there.
It gets me every time.
So here, let me see this. Let me see if this works.
And he's got like a mad unibrow.
Huh? What's that? Wanna join me? Well, absolutely, love. Watch yourself. But come on now, don't do that. I have to go to work. Stop it now, come on.
There you go. He's weird.
Yeah.
He plays a great weird character.
He does. And Raising Arizona was during that weird Nicolas Cage period.
There we go.
Oh no! Don't do it! Don't do it!
There you go.
Yes. So, that was
an appetite killer.
That's like fear factor, right? That was a fear factor moment in my mind.
Yes. for sure.
Agreed.
I mean, I guess if you're a famous actor or whatever, like I get it, that's how you do it to do things. But I think you could probably just chew on a rubber one and call it acting. I don't know.
But I think that was back when he was trying to be an actor.
True.
I think that's why he took those roles. Is he was like, well, if nobody else will take them, then I'll be famous for these roles. And
all right, listen.
Yeah.
So we're starting to run low on time. So let me run through some interesting Nicolas Cage
damn Jay
tidbits here. No, because we're almost
in
done.
a hurry to gossip.
No, we're good.
Go
But but again, this dude has like the most ridiculous, off-screen life ever. So, number one, apparently he had to publicly deny that he was a vampire. Okay, this photo is found of like some accused vampire from back in the day, and everybody thought that it looked like
Nicolas.
him. So Nicolas Cage, through his his life, has a small theme of like possibly being a vampire, which he kind of looks like he could
The
be.
vampire?
So he's definitely the method actor guy. He pulled out a couple of his own teeth when he was in character in his like 84 movie called Birdie. And he pulled them out when he had them removed. He had them taken out without any type of anesthetic or anything, so that he could like feel the pain of like weird guy off the bat. But the amazing thing about Nicolas Cage is his spending habits. This guy he spends more ridiculous money on ridiculous things. And I mean, like, Casey said, he's been in some hit movies, but I mean, did he make enough money to be able to go out? Like, he puts Johnny Depp to shame. And I feel like Johnny Depp got a lot more money coming in on like being the pirate and like whatever. So,
right.
He once paid $150,000 for a pet octopus that he claims made him a better actor. So that's one of his interesting spends. He also bought the Delphine LaLorraine house in New Orleans, which was basically a famous house of horrors, basically, where it was back in the early 1800s. It was found that the lady of the house had like secret compartments where she used to like torture the slaves and like do all kinds of ridiculous things. So this guy bought this place for like, I forget what it was, $6 million, something like that, to live there. He also bought a graveyard plot in New Orleans that is this giant pyramid. And I actually have seen it when you go to the graves or the tomb sites there that they have there, because it's New Orleans. They don't bury people in the ground. They put them in the stone mausoleum type thing, and you just kind of disintegrate under like all of the whatever. And families have these things, and they'll put all of their family members in there. Well, Nicolas Cage's is a double-sized plot with a pyramid in it that stands higher than anything in there. And apparently, the reason why it's still Nicolas Cage's is because I don't know if it's in Louisiana or if it's in this country, you're not allowed, through repossession, when you go broke, they can repossess everything from you except for your tomb or your grave site. So like, so once you buy that plot, it is your plot, and like nobody can ever take it. So this plot will be forever Nicolas Cage's. So he'll never be homeless. He could live in this little thing. So he had bought the house in New Orleans for $3.5 million. I don't know how much he spent on the plot, but it's a lot. Like, families spend a lot of monies in these places to do this. He once outbid Leonardo DiCaprio to buy a dinosaur. Wow. Not a living dinosaur, a dead one. But he paid $276,000 basically for this dinosaur that he apparently was bidding against Leonardo DiCaprio. It was also found that dinosaur was stolen, so he had to return it, so he lost all the money. So that was that. He then went on a quest to find the Holy Grail. In real life, find the Holy Grail. He believed that they were hidden inside of European castles. So he started buying European castles. And he spent $12.3 million on one. He spent, what was the other one? Like like 7 million. Basically just like bought up all these places. They all got repossessed because, you know, that's him. He gave Johnny Depp his break into the industry. He allowed him to rent or stay at his apartment when he came into town. Apparently Johnny Depp wanted to be a rock star. Nicolas Cage said, listen, I'll hook you up with my agent. I think you would be great. Ended up, you know, and then once he got hooked up with his agent, he was then signed with, let's see, Nightmare on Elm Street.
Nightmare on Elm Street, yeah.
Yes, which was...
And then 21 Jump Street.
Was Johnny Depp's like first breakout role. He also was he was the other person that was considered to play Willy Wonka against versus Johnny Depp. So like it could have been Nicolas Cage, it could have been Johnny Depp. So there you go.
Wow.
Married to a Presley. I mean, amongst many other people, because he's been married like 14 times. His shortest marriage was what, 3 days?
Wow.
I think it was technically a little longer than that, but it was definitely like, I think it was maybe 3 months. But
yeah,
yes,
so
there were 5 marriages.
They attempted to annul it after like 3 days or so. I mean, it's
right.
Yeah, crazy.
Whatever the time was, it was short enough that they could annul it. Yeah.
Nicolas Cage only eats dignified animals.
The fuck is a dignified
So a
animal?
dignified animal, by his definition, is fish are dignified. So are birds.
Why?
Pigs are not dignified. He doesn't eat pig. He eats fish and fowl.
Okay, so you're Muslim?
Apparently. He's also been tormented in his career by a mime that apparently follows him around places that he's had to get like restraining orders against. And yep, and they had to like throw him off of. He's gotten into closed sets and stuff. So that's another one. But he has a tattoo of a lizard with a top hat across his back, you know, because that's things that normal people do. And the one interesting fact I will say is he is one of the most philanthropic celebrities over the course of the years. He's given, I don't know. Kari, do you have somebody talking behind you?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I hear it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's okay. Just want to make sure it wasn't some stranger. So he apparently,
hey, you want to be on the show?
He's given away, you know, he's lost all of his money or gone, I think, close to bankrupt before, but he's donated $1 million to New Orleans relief effort in the wake of Katrina. He gave a couple $1 million to, you know, like a Paul McCartney's thing. He spends a ton of money. That's my only list. But
wait, here's to the point about the money, his charitable side. Clearly, it's not enough to minimally balance out his tax bill. Or pay
dude, when you're buying $12 million mansions, I'm pretty sure that like your tax bill flies on that stuff, and apparently he doesn't pay his taxes. But you know what? It's all coming back around, and you know why that is? Because the best fact about Nicolas Cage at this point is that he is set to star in the upcoming Joe Exotic film on TV. He is going to be playing Joe Exotic of whatever the hell that Tiger King, and I'm guessing that he's got to be playing Joe Exotic. I can't imagine that he's like Joe Exotic's like lover or anything.
Right, I was gonna say no. He couldn't be anybody else other than Joe Exotic. But here's the thing: going back to this tax issue, he reminds me of Wesley Snipes in that sense, because he blamed his accountant for why he had this tax bill. And he's doing all these crazy movies that technically are garbage, but it helps him pay the outrageous tax bill that he has. I mean, Wesley Snipes blamed his accountant for why he had a tax bill, a giant tax bill, and then you see him in all these bullshit movies.
I mean, but look at this. Tell me that this might not be the role.
perfect.
It was made for him.
It's perfect.
It is.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it's perfect for him. And being the method actor that he is, I wouldn't be surprised if he's got himself a few kitties.
Oh. I mean, dude, like dye that guy's hair, give him a pair of 1982 Oakleys and a silver chain, and let him fly.
Listen, he probably already has all that stuff.
It's amazing. All right, so that's my there, and the list goes forever. Literally, you could find a million lists of like ridiculous Nicolas Cage facts for every single movie that he's been in. But dude is he's an eccentric motherfucker. Yeah,
I love the fact that he bought property on Paradise Island. Like that's not even really telling the whole story. He bought a 40 acre island in the Exuma Archipelago, with some 85 miles southeast of Nassau. So like the Bahamas, there's a section of the Bahamas.
he's gonna produce the Fire Festival too. It's gonna be amazing.
Starring Joe Exotic.
Exactly.
Where the islands are like super small.
Island
Can't do
Joe.
anything with them. But one side the water is one color, and the other side the water is another color. And in some cases, the islands are so narrow that you can literally see from one body of water to the other. And he bought this island, and I read somewhere.
I'd fucking buy an island too.
Make
sure to tip for Exotica Island.
There you go.
Well, the island that he bought it's close to a similar island owned by Faith Hill and Tim McGraw. Here's the irony. So when I lived in Florida, I was a real estate broker, and I was talking with people from the Bahamas about this same section of island, and was talking about being the broker for a developer who wanted to put resorts in this area of island that had not been developed yet. So I could have met Nicolas Cage.
Hey, I have a quick question. Jay, can you do a timeshare and get Exotica Island or no?
Oh no, I just bought it outright. I bought it with an SBA loan though, so don't tell him.
Okay.
I got to start paying it back in June, so hopefully the Chicago show kicks off okay.
Oh my god, I cannot.
It's true.
I just hope that it comes with like paddle boats so we can get to this
That's
island.
the only way you can get there.
So make sure to tip us on Venmo and PayPal at 3X
Right.
events.
There you go.
Yes.
So we can all get
the boat.
Yeah, everybody's stimulus is hit
right.
by now. You can break off a couple bucks.
Yeah, but that being said, we are wrapping up another amazing episode of Boob Tube. Casey, give us your deets.
Jay, give him my deets.
I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah,
I want the cue cards now.
No,
No,
put
just
up the
kidding.
fucking box.
I was gonna say, I gotta go digging for them. Those are my deets. Those are
her deets.
There you go.
And of course, we've got Desiree.
Yeah, come and finger my box right here.
My finger,
Yeah.
Wait, my finger doesn't go that
It goes
far.
right through Kari and into Desiree.
It doesn't go that far.
Elbow deep into Desiree's box.
All right. And of course, you can find my information on this pink box.
Right there. Whoa.
Right there.
Jeez. Got a little crazy last week, I guess.
Okay,
Yeah,
wait,
right
hold
there.
on. I'm fisting my way into that box.
Right there. And of course, it has been another amazing episode. We want to thank each and every one of you that are watching live, but also for those that'll catch us on the replays. Make sure you follow us on all our social media and tune in every Wednesday, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on EXXXOTICA.tv. And you know what? Back to you, Jay.